Hello there, it's Catherine and Brian from Moonstarlodge in South Central Ontario, bringing you our Indigenous perspective on all things in parapsychology, including cartomancy. We've been doing these weekly readings now for about 5.5 years, and we welcome you if you're new, and welcome back to our friends and old-timers, and I say that lovingly. This week we are looking at the week of June 23rd to 29th, inclusive. During this week we have a new moon, the 7th moon of the Indigenous wheel, and this is Loves All Things. My Anishinaabe grandmother referred to this moon as she who finds love in all things. This is very much a different take, just by changing a few words. And the reason that she was a woman who lived through 2 wars and kids being taken away for residential school and the Great Depression, all of these things impacted my grandmother, including rheumatoid arthritis. She worked in factories when she could. She had a store until the RCMP threatened her and said that they would close her down and take the rest of her kids away because she was Indigenous. If they watched and saw more than 3 Indigenous people at a time in her store, they would shut it down. She lived not in fear, but with caution about the nastiness of the overarching government at the time. So I'm just grabbing the sheet to read to you about this grandmother before I launch into it. So, loves all things, or she who finds love in all things. The mother of unconditional love and all acts of pleasure. The keeper of sexual wisdom and self-respect. The sensual lover, the mother nurturer, the warmth of the feminine. The guardian of the needs of the family. She teaches us how to use respect, trust, and intimacy in all relationships, how to love all aspects of our lives, lessons, sexuality, and physical beings, how to be a loving woman, nurturing mother, sensual lover, and trusted friend, how to forgive ourselves and others, developing acceptance and shunning criticalness. She teaches us how to love the truth. All right. With that being said, Brian, flip the old camera there and let's go. So this week, I am using the same decks as last week, but not in the same orientation. I had way too many decks, and I don't know why I was encouraged to pull them. But this is the Rackham Tarot. And Arthur Rackham was, or is, if he's still alive, an artist, and his paintings have been applied to the positions not only of the tarot, but to another deck on fairies. So this is one card. I don't often get reversed cards, but this one came up reversed, and I doused if that was a mistake, and it isn't. And the card that came up reversed is the 5 of Swords. The feeling, if it was upright, of being disconnected from others and not feeling or seeing the light, feeling impoverished, not just physically or emotionally or financially, but spiritually. However, it's in reverse, so we're coming out of that. Anybody, as this is a collective reading, who is feeling disenfranchised from spirit is coming out of that. And the clarifier here is, let me see, number 22. This is about keeping your head up. Here the head is down. Or if the card was, I'll turn it around. If the card was in its normal position, the heads of the people tend to be looking down at the ground. This is about putting on a fresh face, about moving forward and meeting the world heads up and in a good and proud way. The key word for this is, just a moment, righteousness. So the righteous approach here is to get ourselves all spiffed up and heads up and move into life accordingly. The next card here is the Knight of Pentacles. And I think it's actually the Page of Pentacles. It is the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, the iconography is really awkward here to recognize the person. This is a nature-loving individual who can be a little bit laissez-faire and not necessarily cautious with money or finance. Just taking life on life's terms and not thinking about the future. It's clarified by the Chariot. The energy that's being put in here needs to be modified and put into the Chariot. This is about having victory and success and discipline. So the clarifier here is adding those attributes to the page, who is just learning how to be successful, how to be adaptive to situations, and how to be in control of themselves financially. We all go into that phase of letting things slip. So this is cautionary for all of us, I'm sure. Here we have the Temperance card, the Alchemist. They're bringing from above, a lot like the High Priestess does, and blending with that which is below, alchemizing and making new, expanding what's available to us. So it's typically pictured as an angel, and because it is karmic and it is spiritually important. So bringing some balance and alchemy is truly a good thing here. It's clarified by cuddle and cradle. This is about pulling together disparate things, just like she does, and cuddling that which is that something we're learning that is sacred to us, something we're acknowledging, finding out for the first time. So, cuddling the whole of the moon with a wee fox in it, they're two very different things. The moon is very big, very ancient, and the fox is just a little animal on the earth, but recognizing that all things are sacred, and we need to embrace the sacred in all things. Here we have the King of Wands. King of Wands showed up last week. The versatility that this King of Wands expresses. He's actually riding through the air on a fox. This is about knowing when to go full tilt boogie here, much like the Chariot. The king knows how to ride like this. So we are taking on those attributions as we move forward out of a place of not knowing to a place of knowing. The king is clarified by the oldest fairy. The oldest fairy is here to tell us that you know, he's got his stick. He's a little bent over and crippled, but there's still value in life. There's value in the presence. There's value in the knowledge and the wisdom that this fairy carries, much like this king carries. We all go through rough spots and rough patches, but we have to respect and reclaim not only that which is new to us, but that which has been with us for a long time. Respecting that elder soul here is really important. And respecting what we've learned, even if it's from a long time ago. The next card here is the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got 3 pentacles so far. Nine of Pentacles is somebody admonishing her parrot here to be quiet. It's having it all, enjoying what we have. The plenty is coming. The feeling of being cared for and not having to worry about resources. The king certainly expresses that. The page is certainly learning about that. And this woman is very happy and content. She's clarified here by the council. The council is a group, a meeting, advisors, which are from the kingdoms of all in nature. We are being expected to connect with our advisors and councils, whether they are spirit guides and teachers or animals of the earth. But I think because of the summer element that's in this reading, moving into the summer as we do, this is about getting outdoors and communing with what nature can teach us. The next card here is the Two of Cups, and this is not a couple. This is a mother and child, and it comes right back to one of our earlier cards here. It's about learning to appreciate, love something that is an extension of ourselves, to find balance within that relationship, but just taking on the respect for something new and precious in our lives. It's clarified by awakening, and this plant is called Red Hot Poker. Awakening is finding the fire, finding the energy to expand our vision. To become woke is an interesting phrase that gets bandied about. But we are expected to utilize these resources and wake up to the fact that they're there now, connect with them now, in case they go away. So this is a very important thing. And finally, a beautiful card, the stars, or the star. So this is about healing, finding light in the dark, pathways, spiritual journeys. Stars are ancestors in my culture. And it's clarified by strength. This is a major arcana card from the Herb Crafter's deck. And the plant is garlic, which we know is a healing plant. And it gives us strength. Strength, and the old meaning of the card is lust for life. So we're getting perspectives from the dark side of ourselves, from our shadow self. We're getting perspectives from others around us, those we are connecting with, that are new in our lives. We're getting connection with things that are very big and things that are very small, and recognizing stuff that's new learning and new growth. You can flip the camera, Brian. This is an interesting study in contrasting cards, and I am enjoying that the quality of the art in this particular grouping of cards is able to bring clarity. They certainly show the story well. Please apologize for my voice. I'm dealing with something medical. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed first weekend of summer, we're moving through the end of Storyteller into Loves All Things. From Brian and I, we wish you peace. Aho.